like I'm trapped inside my mind. Oh, how did we get lost in this moment? Are you a victim or are you a witness in this life? So hold fast as I fall through the cracks of your heart. Oh, why can't you see? I can't choose to live. Are you listening in the dark? Oh, are you listening? Was I fading from the start? Oh, was I fading? Where were you? Where were you? When I reached out for you, can you hear me through the darkness? Can you hear me? I find myself still dreaming before I ever start believing in healing. Try to mend what's torn apart. Too familiar with the cost of your forgiveness. So am I a savior or am I the demons in your mind? So hold fast as I fall through the cracks of your heart. Oh, why can't you see? I can't choose to live.
Hey, the following can contain some intense language and is intended for a mature audience, so viewer discretion is advised.
It was an ordinary day, a dinosaur hide. When Stegosaurus raised his hand to call for high fives. Tyrannosaurus saw this anger pissed because his shiny wrist caused his high five to miss. And he was like, fuck this! Oh yeah, it's an old school dinosaur laser fight. Oh yeah, just a classic dinosaur laser fight.
Ronald Weasley. It's Leviosa. Leviosa. Stop.
Actors, ho! Helen Hunt!
Samuel Jackson.
Matt Damon!
Hey, boys! Look what I got here!
Hey, where are the white women at?
My people cried in theaters finding relief. My people cry so they can see us as human beings. They recognize propaganda they spew.
I am black.
And try to weaponize everything that we do.
Difficult, not impossible.
Batman owns the night. Now taste fear. You wait, what? Oh God! Oh, my back just snapped like a pack of uncooked spaghetti. Oh, you just walk up and break my back without saying a word. Oh, boo! Boo on you, sir!
Do that space.
My childhood became alive the day that Luke Skywalker died from being tired. How the fuck did Jedi die from being tired? My childhood became alive the day that Han Solo just died and I didn't cry. I should have cried. I should have cried. I should have cried when I died.
This is Last Grossman. Who is this?
This is Flaming Dragon!
Oh, okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Grab a chalk, plug in the game, it's the Chalkzone, baby, no two rounds the same. We got pixels, polygons, mayhem galore. TJ's on the sticks and he's kicking down doors. Oh, the Chalkzone. Oh, the Chalkzone.
You guys give up or you're thirsty for more?
Hey,
Yeah, hey, giving it all. Hey, yeah. I'm giving it all I could give. Run up and taking my pick, then bringing it back to the crib. Hey, yeah, you know how I go. We finding the gold, the deeper we dig. So we just keep digging till we finally get it. Like fuck it, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Yeah, I gave you my word, don't break it for no one. You know I'ma keep what I said. Ready for war, I've been deep in the trench. Been jumping since I had them squeaks in the bed. Ice in my body, I'm cold under pressure. Recovered like I had no heat in the vents. Shooting, I don't have a conscience, too much to accomplish. You know I can't leave it to chance. Yeah, throw it in the bag. Throw some dots, I'm Jackson Dart. I'm out of pocket playing tag. Catch me if you can, empty out the mag. Took the lead, I run the track, and I'm never looking back. Going for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, let's see who remains. Show up for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, will you be the same? 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 When the dust settles, let's see who remains. I'm giving it all I could give. Run up and taking my pick, then bringing it back to the crib. Hey, yeah. You know how I go, we finding the gold, the deeper we dig. So we just keep digging till we finally get it. Like fuck it, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I keep those around me I trust, only the family, not much to discuss. Ashes to ashes, we brush off the dust. Fuck what they say, get the fuck on my nuts. They me the villain, fuck it, I'm the villain. I'm waiting at dusk, a bag in the trunk. Cover my face like I'm hushed, you know they not fucking with us. Show up for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, let's see who remains. Show up for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, will you be the same?
There we go. I still had myself on mute. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the AGL Week 3 Recap Show. As always, I'm your host, TJchalkboard, coming to you live from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters right here in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. And it has been one heck of a week, whether you're in the general chat, whether you're watching the trade blocks, whether you're watching any of the standings have been absolutely crazy. The guys that are coming out, the guys that are showing up. I got my best and worst for this week. We're going to talk about the trades, including a trade that was ultimately rejected. But along with me today, I have Logie once again back in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Thanks for having me here, TJ.
Yeah, man. It's was one heck of a week, right?
Oh, crazy week. Lots going on this week. A lot of changes of placing here in the standings. It was quite a busy week.
Yeah, well, 100%, dude. It was absolutely crazy. Looking at the way that things went, some guys making exits from the server unceremoniously, and the fun that ensued with all that. But fuck, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Just really quickly, 5-hole. Yes, you're right. Ew, ads. Yes, I thought I had them turned off. If they went off, I apologize. There shouldn't be any more throughout this. Ice Dog, I'm just here to make sure the billboards are correct. Yeah, we've done our best to try and make sure that things are a little more correct this week. But I know if there's any mistakes, you guys are going to fucking point them out. So let's get right after it, shall we? Looking at the Week 3 trades. The first one that was announced earlier on this week on the 14th was the Nightfall and the Skateful Dead. Nightfall receiving TPR 55 MSP. I have no idea what that's supposed to say. And the Skateful Dead was receiving J-Reds on that one. Then it was the Panthers and the Kings. The Panthers receiving Captain Canada and Miss Hutton. And the Kings receiving Nux, Rangers fan, and Lou? Or is that Lou Y? Lou 10, 84, 12. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, Lou.
Moving on, Legion of Doom. So you were involved in a little bit of a trade there. Legion of Doom obviously making a trade with Goonie Tunes. Legion of Doom getting Red Daddy. This is one that we actually talked about, I believe, last week. And then Diggy 420 going the other way. Glitter Trotters fortified. Glitter Trotters receiving fortified from the Ice Cartel, who received DJ Creation. Straw Hats receiving Antipov for slot shots. The Ice Cartel. That's not a bad deal there. Kind of.
No, not at all. That's a pretty good one. Slotty made a good deal there for sure.
100%. Well, yeah, and you knew that the cartel obviously had to start making some moves, given everything that was going on. The Dusters making a trade with the Trash Pandas. Dusters receiving Light Low and it's Rebel going to the Trash Pandas. The Panthers receiving McHalsey from the Trash Pandas, who get what's that? Crowboss Dan, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Crossboss
Dan. Okay, so maybe that was a misspell on that one. Then you had the 3-team 9-player trade where the Reapers received Luai, Arma, Sweet D, Willie, and Shaney Mack. The Kraken receiving Phil Kidd, 77, and Let's Go Jackets. Legends getting Cone CNY. I don't know. Concy?
Connect me.
Damn, see, dude, I'm horrible at this.
You're good. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, they're also getting Broadway and Matador Zedana. Man, that's a little bit of a tongue twister on that one. Obviously, there was a trade in the middle there that we'll kind of hit on later. The one that ended up getting rejected between the Hawks and the Dusters. The Black Mambas getting Evo 66. Cluster Pucks getting Pasquawi. Pasquawi. So like Pasquale, just if you had a speech impediment. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
The Hawks receiving War Pigs and Segi from the Violent Gentlemen, who get T Wild and Remy 25. The Black Mambas and another 3-way trade. The Black Mambas receiving Big Brown Kid 91. The Ice Cartel getting Spelcy 21.
Spelcy, yep.
Yeah, and the Legends are receiving Shank 2286. Then Prestige Worldwide getting Kenny Powell. Wild Chiefs receiving X Treads. Another one for you guys with Goonie Tunes receiving Zomboy 191. Nightfall getting Diggy 420. Wild Chiefs getting Big Papa Pumpkin, Pierre Bork, Yupo Tiopo.
Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
That's about as close as I'm gonna get. The Outlaws receiving Ghost Elite, Bubba, and LeBrink. Then Guerrilla Warfare getting XX Bure 96. Skateful Dead receiving Andrew 1-Up again. That one's pretty good one there. Violent Gentleman receiving JT Season, Raxmus, and Alonzi. That one kind of surprised me there. And the Dusters getting Canada V2. Yeah.
Canada V2, yep.
Yeah, Canada V2 and Kuzendo. So that's all there was for trades this week. Obviously, an awful lot of them, as I mentioned before. There was the whole thing that went down in the chat with that trade between the Dusters and and the Hawks being accepted, and then subsequently several hours later being rejected. What a week!
Yeah, and it looked like they actually. He did end up getting, him and Remy did end up getting actually moved there too, right? So, let's see, where was that multiplayer? There was a multiplayer one this week. Where was that? Maybe I just missed it. But looking through all these trades here, I'd say my favorite has to be looking for Antipov for Slot Shot there, because Slotty's actually getting on the team that he's running. So for him to get traded down here into the QL and Antipov to go up there, Antipov's got some dirty hands too. I've seen him play and played against him. He's a pretty good rookie, but I do like the fact that, Slotty, traded himself down to this team so he could run it properly. Like that's a big time move by Slotty there.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And again, right, this is one of those where we knew that the cartel were obviously going to have to make some changes. We'll be going over the standings in a bit. Obviously not quite the week that they wanted, but definitely a better week than they've had in the past. So, you know, is it going to pay off? You know, week 4 coming up. Obviously anything can happen, but it's going to be an awful lot of fun to watch. As we move, boys and girls, into the recap. I'm sorry I didn't already get this set up, but here, let me do this really quickly. Page number 2. I'm going to pop that bad boy open. And there we go. So looking at the recap for this week, we'll go straight, obviously, into the standings here in the Q League, as I just mentioned. Your top 9 right now in the Q League: Legion of Doom in that top spot, followed by Prestige Worldwide, Muppet Slayers, Raging Bulls, Goonie Tunes, Silverbacks, Cluster Pucks, Guerrilla Warfare, and Outlaws now in the 9th spot. You know, obviously, as it's only week 3, some things are looking a little bit different than they were early on. What's standing out to you?
Yeah, so you starting at the top here, Legion of Doom moved their way from 3rd to 1st. No surprise there. They've built one heck of a lineup there. They definitely came out swinging this week. Prestige Worldwide dropping from 1st to 2nd. I think they had a little bit of a rough week, but they're still one of the top teams here. Slayers going from 2nd to 3rd. They dropped down 1 spot here. Bulls from last week go from 5th place last week to 4th this week. Us Goonie Tunes were in 4th. We were in 4th last week to 5th, but we do have an unplayed game. There's supposed to be another game that we're making up this week, so we do have 1 game less played. Coming down the Silverbacks, they stayed in 6th place there, so they had a 500 week here, that's for sure. Cluster Pucks, they moved from 11th place last week to 7th this place, so you know they came out swinging this week.
Yep.
Guerrilla Warfare, they went from 7th place last week to 8th place this week, and Outlaws stayed the same here at 9th place. Looking really for this week, with these top 9 that really surprised me. Legion of Doom went 7-1 with a plus 27 goal differential. Like, wow, that is unbelievable, right? Cluster Pucks and the Bulls both went 6-2 with a plus 11 goal differential between the two, and Cluster Pucks with an impressive 4 placement climb in the standings. That was by far, for these first 9, that I have to give my hats off to Cluster Pucks, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you pointed out with Legion of Doom, yes, going 7-1 this week now, 8-2 in their last 10. That's mighty impressive hockey to be playing, you know, especially like you pointed out with that plus 27 differential, now on a 6-game win streak, 18-5-1 on the season, plus 59 differential overall. This is a dangerous looking team, no matter how you want to cut it. And yeah, the Cluster Pucks now, obviously, you know, they make a couple moves, and man, this is another team that just all of a sudden, you know, coming out looking damn good. And I think it's going to be a team to watch here as we go over the next few weeks. It'll be interesting to see how all that plays out. Obviously, your bottom 9, the Black Mamba sitting there in 10th, the Skateful Dead, Almost Somebody's, Glitter Trotters, Moose, Nightfall, Ice Cartel, like I said, who moved up a little bit, the Wild Chiefs dropping a little bit, and the My Apaches all the way down now in last place. Again, right, this is a wild one, because if you look at the Wild Chiefs, yes, okay, so they went 3-5 this week. But if you look at the negative differential, minus 25, like, that's, I don't know. I don't know how you fix that.
There's some work to be done. You know, they've definitely got to turn some things around there, you know, like, starting with the Black Mambas here. They're kind of, you know, they're fighting with that, getting into that playoff spot here. You know, moving from 8th last week, dropping down to 10th place. Skateful Dead, looks like they decided to turn it around this week here. You know, they were in 15th last week, and they moved themselves all the way up to 11th this week. Somebody's kind of keeping the same as where they were last week. Glitter Trotters drop a little bit from 10th to 13th. The Moose, they made their way up and fought a couple games here, 16th to 14th. Nightfall was in 13th last week, and they went to the 15th. Ice Cartel with Slotty kind of picking up a couple new names and Yeti helping them out down there. They're from 17th to 16th. Chiefs and the Apaches pretty much, like the Chiefs here went from 18th to 17th, and the Apaches, last week they were in 14th, and to drop all the way down to 18th is just, that's crazy, right? Like I'm kind of surprised really by the Mambas here. They went 2-5-1 with a 5-game loss streak, right? That's way out of left field for those guys. Apaches, they went 0-8-0 with 8 straight losses. Like that's a little bit of a red flag there. Hopefully they can come back and get a couple more wins this week. But I would say out of these last ones, those 2 teams surprised me that way. Skateful Dead good on them. Coming up and climbing up 4 spots in the standings. That's that's hats off to those boys.
Yeah, absolutely, and like I can attest to it. Yeah, being on the Apaches, obviously a struggle of a week, right? 0-8 this week, now 1-9 in the last 10. Losing 8 straight. Like there's no way. Like it just seems like nothing is clicking. Obviously, some moves are going to have to be made. Some different lines are going to have to try and be put together. You're going to have to try and work this out little by little and get it all figured, because this isn't working right now. One of the things I do want to point out really quickly with the Ice Cartel, like as we talked about, right, obviously looking a little bit better, still have a couple things to figure out themselves. But if you look at the differential, right, so they were 3-5-0 this week, 1-3 at home, 2-2 on the road. They're on a 1-game win streak. That differential is -9 despite the 3-5, which means that these guys are playing in tight games where, just one goal and it would have been a completely different game. So I'd rather be there than, obviously in the position of the Chiefs and the Apaches right now.
100%.
Yeah. As we move over to the C League standings right now, in your top spots right now, it is still Army of 6 holding on to that first spot. Right behind them is the Thunder and the Panthers. The Hawks, Kings, Trash Pandas, Legends, Dusters, and Mavericks make up the top 9. Obviously, we've seen a little bit of movement here, but what's standing out to you at this point?
Realistically, like I'm not surprised at these top teams here, like AO6, Thunder, Panthers, Hawks. They kind of keep the same placement as last week. I'm not really surprised at that at all. The Kings, looking at them at number 5 here. They moved their way from 8th place to 5th place this week. That was quite impressive. They definitely had some good games under their belts here. Pandas, Legends, and Dusters, they kind of all stayed around the same area, with Dusters going from 9th to 8th, so they had a decent week to them. And then the Mavericks here, they kind of moved up from 11th last week to 9th here. I'm looking at this here, AO6, they went 6-1-1 with a +20 goal differential. Like, that's just crazy, right? And wow. Hawks went 6-2-0 with a +10 goal differential, and Kings jumped up with the three spots in the standings, went 5-2-1 with a 4-game win streak. So good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the Kings making those moves, right? Like, goaltending obviously a factor in that, again, like looking at some of those differential numbers. But I think we'll be hitting on that a little bit later as well. Looking at the bottom right now, it's a Kraken, Jurassic Puck, Straw Hats, Violent Gentlemen, and Reapers. Straw Hats now sitting at 8-11-5 with a -20 differential. Violent Gentlemen at 6-16-2 with a -54, and the Reapers at 5-15-4 with a -21. It's weird. Obviously, the Violent Gentlemen have found ways to outscore some of the problems with that -54, but not all of them. That is wild. But one of the things that I found really interesting when I was going through all the numbers, if you look at your top 3 and your bottom 3, the Army of 6, 1-game losing streak. Thunder, 2-game losing streak. Panthers, 1-game losing streak. Your bottom 3, Straw Hats on a 3-game win streak. The Violent Gentlemen on a 2-game win streak. And the Reapers now on a 3-game loser. So, obviously, some potential there for the Straw Hats to maybe finally move up. Eagerly thought he was going to be on the Swiss cheese this week, but that hasn't happened.
Yeah, yeah. These guys are starting to catch a little bit of a stride. I think they're starting to get their feet under them a bit, with those win streaks coming in on those bottom guys. But really, the team to surprise me in this last one, I'm looking at these last, 5 spots here, is Jurassic. Fact that they went from 5th all the way down to 11th this week is just mind-boggling. You know what I mean? Like, they fell 6 spots. They went 2-6-0 with a 6th straight loss. Right? Something's not clicking there that they kind of need to figure out what they're doing and get back on their feet here. But out of those bottom 5 there, Kraken are making their way up. They're gonna fight here, same as Straw and Violent. But yeah, Jurassic definitely needs to figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, 100%. And don't worry, we have some of the Jurassic coming up on TJ's Good, Bad, and Ugly as we move on to the Players of the Week for the Q League. Sorry, guys. Had some Butterburgers earlier. Woo! I'm feeling it now. Your Players of the Week for the Q League, X2 Apollo 4 is your center player of the week. 19 points, 55.9 face-off percentage, and a plus 24 this week. Absolutely ridiculous. Left wing player of the week is Hops Spin 56 with 13 goals, 11 assists, and a 4.80 points per game. D-Mac Jr., another LOD member on right wing with 13 goals, 9 assists, and a 5.5 points per game. Dude, again, this team is just cracked.
Oh, yeah, these guys are just putting up points left, right, and center. Apollo, management over there, 4 games, 7 goals, 12 assists, 19 points. 4.75 points per game average this week with a 55.9% passing or face-off percentage and a 74.2 passing. What else can you ask from your center, right? Paul and Apollo's amazing in the dot. He's hard to play against. I hate playing against him.
Yep.
Moving on to Hobson here. 5 games played this week, 13 goals, 11 assists, 24 points. That puts him at a 4.8 points per game with a plus 10 and a 74.8 passing percentage. I've played with Hobson for years, and every season he's going to be a better and better left wing. It's amazing to see him grow over the last couple seasons that I've played with him, and he's a force out there. When he's on his game, man, he's hard to stop.
100%.
And then moving on to D-Mac, which I'm sure he's probably been paired up with Apollo here. 13 goals, 9 assists, 22 points this week with a 5.50 point per game and a plus 24. The guy's putting the puck in the net, that's for sure.
Absolutely wild. And it's funny because you got Ice Dog and Turts in the chat right now saying, Hobson, there's no way that guy's in there. But, got some haters in here, Hobbs.
Oh yeah.
For your defensive players of the week on lefty, it's obviously Isles 44 with 5 points, turnover differential of plus 18, pass percentage, dude, 72.4. Again, massive. Again, we talk about it all the time. Those first passes out of the zone are super important. And looking even better than that, obviously, Spacewalker on the right side, 7 points. Turnover differential. I don't know what the heck that is supposed to be, guys. I apologize. It's a 2 minus 07. I'm not entirely sure what that was supposed to be. But a pass percentage of obviously 86.7% there. And Bibex is with 1.5 goals against, a .909 save percentage, 4 wins, no losses, no shutouts, but still, dude, those numbers are unreal.
Oh yeah, and I hate blowing up Isles' tires here because he knows how much I like bugging him. But he's a great D-man, man. He's a good lefty, that's for sure. 4 games played, 13 interceptions, 8 giveaways, and 13 takeaways. You can ask more from your lefty. With a 72.4% passing percentage, so he's making those passes he needs to and making them clear up the ice there. Spacewalker, a right D that everyone wants. 4 games, 16 takeaways, 10 interceptions, and a low 6 giveaways in those 4 games. That's just amazing. Great job, man. And an 86.7% passing with a plus 9. You couldn't ask more from a right D. And then I think it's Biggs is.
I know, yeah.
I believe Big. I think so. Yeah, Biggs is. He faced 66 shots in 4 games. With a .909 save percentage and 4 wins. A 1.5 goals against average is absolutely crazy to hear of. So he's, this just looking at this here, and you see, to some of the top teams here, Apollo's team, they're putting in the work, and you can see they got 3 guys here, and same with the Muppets, Legion of Doom and Muppets leading the way here.
Yeah, and what's hilarious to me is that somebody is actually going to tag him probably in the general chat to call him Bib from now on.
Yeah,
somebody's going to change his name to Bibs is just because I did that. Hey guys, the stats are right. We just got the names wrong this week. So again, I apologize. Everybody's a little tired, guys. Come on, it's we're trying to get out of winter. We're trying to escape. As we take a look at our C-League players of the week, Isles 2791, center of the week with 14 points, 57% face-offs, and a +6. For the Hawks, you have your left winger and right winger, White Tees 41 with 14 goals, 16 assists, and 6 points per game average right now. That's crazy. Persinger with 10 goals, 13 assists, 4.6 points per game. These guys are just absolute studs.
Yeah, I think we're kind of doing a little bit of a copy and paste from last week here. Isles, five games played. It's 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points with a 57% face-off. Isles is just killing it in the dot. I hate going against that guy. Yeah. He's got such a great face-off percentage. A 77.4 passing and a 2.80 points per game. So Isles has definitely put in the work there. White Tees, 5 games this week, 14 goals, 16 assists, 30 points with a +19. That 6.00 points per game average, that's jaw-dropping. That guy's he's just unstoppable, right? And really this week, what kind of surprised me, I was looking through his stats. He had 46 hits in 5 games. 46 hits, and he's still putting the puck in the net. The guy's just an offensive force. You can't stop this guy.
No, absolutely wild. Absolutely wild.
No. Persinger, 5 games played, 10 goals, 13 assists, 23 points, a +19. So him and White Tees must be playing together. They have 4.6 points per game, and 72% passing. And in 5 games, Persinger alone had 29 shots in 5 games. The Hawks, man, they're built different.
Absolutely built different, and they're holding on to that spot. They could. They're going to be a team to watch, especially as we get closer to the playoffs. Your defensive players of the week for the C-League. Ranger fan favorite, finds himself at lefty, 6 points this week. Turnover differential of +4, 81% passing. Then S-Dex 44 with 6 points. Turnover differential of +16, 87.1% passing on right defense there. And then Viper 2106, 2.47 goals against, 871 save percentage, 2-2 with 2 shutouts. So those 2 wins were shutouts. That's mighty impressive.
Oh yeah, starting up here with Ranger fan, funny he puts himself in here, but 6 points, +8, in he had only 15 giveaways, 6 interceptions, 13 takeaways, and 81.0% passing percentage. He's doing everything right here, and he's got 4 straight wins. So, Rangers doing a solid job back there. Again, Hawks popping up here. S-Dex, 5 games played, 6 points, +19, 15 giveaways, 13 interceptions, an 87.1% passing percentage. Crazy. What more could you ask for from your defense? He's clearly making these good passes up here. No more pizzas for him. Viper. I think was he in here last week? I think was he on the top? I'm not sure, but he was. I think he put it. I've seen his name up here before. 4 games, he played 4 games. He's got a 2.47 goals against average, .871 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Unreal. Great job there, Viper.
Yeah, just absolutely crazy. And again, with Estax and Ranger, right? We talk about, again, I cannot talk about it enough. Those first passes out of the zone, how hugely important they are. Dude, unreal. Absolutely unreal. Those kind of passing percentages are obviously going to make things a little easier to get them happening. As we move on, it's time for the Q League. TJ's good, bad, and the ugly for week 3. Our full negative this week. LX Brink from the Wild Chiefs at negative 24 this week.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not good. Our turnover specialist, and dude, I do not want to have to call this guy out, but it's going to happen. Shelf 95 from the Raging Bulls, 4 games played, negative 48 turnover differential. Ugh.
Yikes.
Yeah, dude, that's rough. That is absolutely rough. Our passing failure for this week, Andrew went up from Guerrilla Warfare, 48% on 50 attempts. You gotta be a little bit better than that, just being completely honest with you. Our sin bin for this week, Fortified from the Ice Cartel, 5 games played, 14 minutes in penalties. Come on, man. Our hit parade, UGC Orion from the Moose, 5 games played, 86 hits, and now only 7 minutes in penalties. So one of those is a fight, which means that technically there's only one actual penalty in there. Dude.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just absolutely crazy. Big blocker for this week, Tommy Dubs from the Wild Chiefs, 4 games played, 17 block shots, looking absolutely fantastic. My Circle King for this week is Lanark Boy from Guerrilla Warfare, 4 games played, 71.1% in the circle on 54 attempts, looking absolutely fantastic out there. Our Public Skate, another guy from the Ice Cartel, D is Key, 4 games played, no points, and a -8. Dude's just out there doing his thing, man. He's just having fun. So I'm not. You can't even get mad at the guy, right? My Stay Greedy for this week is Rob X Law from the Cluster Pucks. 4 games played, had 12 goals, only 4 assists. You could pass it more, but I say stay fucking greedy. If you're scoring that way, stay greedy, brother. And the Swiss Cheese from the Q League this week is Ghostlight QC from the Wild Chiefs. 4 games played, had a .673 save percentage, 9.71 goals against. Had 34 goals on 104 shots. Ugh.
Ooh. Yeah, Chiefs must have left him out to dry there, because I think Ghost had pretty decent numbers last week.
Right? Yeah.
Coming out with a .673 save percentage. Yeah, he must have got lit up there. No surprise here with Rob. He's a guy who loves to carry the puck, but he also loves to bury the puck. So 12 goals, 4 assists. No surprise. That's why he's one of the top players here in the queue. Lanark Boy, Circle King. Wow. 71.1% on 54 attempts. Remind me to never play the nights he's playing. Look, Shelfie, buddy. Let's turn that around this week here, buddy.
Yeah.
That -48 differential. I know you can do better here. So.
Oh, dude, that's rough. I'm laughing at Red Daddy in the chat, who's like, Tommy Dubs blocked more shots than the goalie stopped. Oh man, yeah, like it's what are you supposed to say to that? What are you supposed to say to that? Yeah, dude. Just a rough week all around for a few guys. Obviously, as we take a look at our C League, good, bad, and the ugly. Our full negative over there, it is practically an entire line from the Kraken. It's what is that? Heisenrut, Cash Money, and is it Dookie or Ducky? I'm gonna call him Dookie 21, just
Dookie,
for the sake
Dookie,
of
yeah.
So 4 games played, -20 for all 3 guys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's obviously a little bit rough and not where you want to be. Our turnover specialist from the C, from the Kings, it's Gustav. 4 games played, -73 turnover differential. Gross. Passing failure over in the C is Greco _24 from the Violent Gentleman, 51.9% on 54 pass attempts. Had to give it to him, 51.9. It could be worse, but still, not a great look. And I will tell you right now, it has to be a minimum of 3 games played and a minimum of at least 50 passes for me to actually, count that person towards it. Like anything less than 50 passes, I don't even kind of look at it. Have a similar thing with my Circle King. Sin Bin, that boy Keen from the Yamaha Mavericks, 4 games, had 14 minutes in penalties. Buddy, come on, got to play a little more disciplined hockey. Hit Parade, T Wild was our Sin Bin guy last week. This week, he took the penalty minutes down, only taking 6 penalty minutes, but in 4 games, put up 62 hits to take the Hit Parade. Dude, that guy's just another guy from the Hawks. It's just unbelievable. Big blocker. Yeah, exactly. Our big blocker is X-Spawn from the Thunder. 5 games played, had 10 blocked shots. My Circle King, once again, this week, he made it a little bit better. I think he was at 58% last week. Arzy from the Legends, 5 games played, 61.7% on 107 attempts. Again, dude, that's ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous in 5 games over 100 attempts, and you're still at 61.7%. So 2 weeks in a row, he makes it there. Our public skate for this week is the Teflon Don from Jurassic Puck. 5 games played, 0 points, and a -2. Nice to see that it's only -2, but, like, again, dude's just out there, just having some fun, just skating around, like, just enjoying the show. Fucking get in the play, buddy. What are we doing? My Stay Greedy, and again, if you've ever played with this guy, you know, Filthy Hog from Army of 6, 4 games played, 14 goals, 3 assists, plus 12. Fuck yeah, buddy, keep shooting. Like, don't even. Now, Eagly, you thought it was going to be you. You thought it was going to be you that was going to be my Swiss cheese this week. Well, I told you it ain't going to be you, because from the crack in our Swiss cheese for this week is Spoon the Goon. 4 games played, 689 save percentage, 5.11 goals against average, allowed 19 goals on 61 shots. Oof.
Yeah, that's rough. That's a little rough. Surprising though, because like Kraken kind of stayed the same, so that maybe that's where this week their weak point was their goaltending, right? 4 games played, a .6.89. Yeah, that's a rough save percentage, that's for sure. Filthy Hog, anyone that knows him, yeah, he likes to keep the puck, but he also likes to score. So at 14 goals and 3 assists with a +12, good on him, man. Or just with the name too, Army of 6. He's doing the work there. Teflon Don, Jurassic Puck. No surprise there with how they went in the standings. 6 spots down, but they 6 straight losses. I'm not surprised that he's on that list there. RZ, Circle King, 61.7% on 107 attempts. Like, good on you, buddy. That's unreal. Great job. And coming in as a rookie here too, doing that. Great job. That's Pavel always puts in a very interesting roster, and picking up RZ there, that's one hell of a pick there, buddy. T Wild here, yeah, like you said, was in the sin bin last week. Only collects 6 this week and 62 hits. Oh, he cleaned up his dirty hits, but still made the ones that count. So good on him, right?
Yeah.
Gustav, 4 games played, -73 differential on that. It's to be expected. He's a guy who's always trying to put, he's always carrying the puck, and Winger's gonna have a little bit of more high turnover rate, that's for sure. So
yeah, dude, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but like, legitimately, while you were talking about everything, Rangers in the backside here, and he put up a turtle on the board and then stinks right beside it, just to say Turtle stinks. Turtle, you stink. Dude, I'm not saying
I love it.
That's from Ranger. Like, obviously it was Ranger. Oh my god, I love this place. I love this fucking place. I love this community. You guys are absolutely amazing. Make sure, if you haven't already, drop a follow. You can subscribe. You can do all the things, and make sure you're in that chat. You can use your Chalkzone points if you're subscribed and play all kinds of fucking crazy sounds. We got lots of those down there, so make sure you're using all those. There we go. Who's that? Got a follow from Big Papa Pumpkin. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. Right now, your Season 8 leaders, forwards from the Q League right now. Rob Law leading the way with goals with 37. D-Mac Jr. with 35. Next join with 32. Dangle Sniping with 31. Shady Rap God with 29 assists. It's Balin right now with 42. Cornhole Karen with 38. I'm the Liquor with 36. Armor Core with 35. And RD Laxi with 29 assists right now. Now they're all coming in. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. First time chat from Double Bra. Thank you very much. We also got Cornhole Karen right now leading the way with points per game, 5.42. Thank you very much for the sub. Who was that? Hoglandov. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Balin right now in the number 2 spot with a 5.18. DMAC Jr. with a 4.92. Rob Lott with a 4.75, and Shady Rap God with a 4.67.
Yeah, we're going through all these top guys here again. Like I said earlier, look at the goals. Rob, 37 goals. Wow. He's put. He likes to hang on the puck, but he's also putting the puck in the net. No surprise that D-Mac's up there. Next join, I believe he was up there last week too. Dangling, Sniping, Shady. No surprise there. B. Allen again on one of the top lists here in the assists, 42 assists. Buddy's putting the assists in there, that's for sure. I'm the Liquor, Armor Core, RD Laxi. These boys are definitely impressive at doing some good work here. PPG, Cornhole Karen, that's impressive. A 5.42. So I'm wondering who he's playing. He must be playing either with DMAC or he's up there with Apollo playing on. They've got one heck of a top line. It shows. That's why they're on the top right now. Those guys are definitely putting in the work.
Oh, 100%, absolutely. Again, just looking at the way that things are shaping up, right? These guys are all absolutely fantastic. Really quickly, Cornhole Karen, Dreidel J, thank you very much for the subs. Appreciate you guys very much. Taking a look at our total shots right now, leaders. That's Pootsy's with 118, Ryan 10 with 108, Brand Flakes with 106, Kyle Parks at 98, Dangle Sniping with 95, and the plus minus leaders right now for the forwards, DMAC JR2 with 42. Shady Rap God is a plus 39. Cornhole Karen plus 35. Armor Core plus 32. And Pootsy as a plus 31. Again, right, you're seeing a lot of the same names running right across the board, but yeah, a lot of LOD guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. It's not surprising. Brand Flakes in there, DMAC, Cornhole. These guys are putting together one heck of a squad. I'm not surprised to see Pootsy up there. Pootsy, I believe, used to be a CL player. I've played with Pootsy for a little while. Coming out at 118 shots. That's guy's got the puck. He's shooting it all. That's the kind of guy you want, right? And the fact that he has the plus minus of plus 31 to go with it, he's scoring on those shots. You know what I mean? He's definitely putting the puck in the net. But to go from a total shots of 118 to the 5th place to 95, that's a pretty good differential there. Same with the plus minus. Looking over here with DMAC at a plus 42 and Pootsy sitting at a plus 31. That's quite a distance there too between 1 to 5. So these boys are leading the way right now. It's gonna take some time to get caught up to them.
Yeah, 100%. It will. And again, we keep on seeing Shady Rap God here. Again, that plus minus. That's hugely important. And we'll see. Like we talked about, Prestige having a bit of an off week compared to what they've had before. We'll see how they bounce back next week. Just a reminder, 2 minutes and 11 seconds left on that hype train, boys and girls. Looking at our forwards from the C League right now, your Season 8 leaders. The forwards from the C League. So goals right now, it's White Tees with 31, Filthy Hog with 30, Poolsy with 27, Corey L95L again, right? This guy's phenomenal with 27 goals, and ZE2 with 23. Your assist leaders, Gustav with 29, Persinger with 28, Poolsy with 27, Isles with 27, White Tees with 26. Your points per game leaders, White Tees right up there at the top, absolutely no surprise, at a 5.7. Persinger right behind him at a 5.0. Shoresy from the Panthers sitting at 4.8, and then from AO6 you have ZE2 with a 4.2 and Filthy Hog with a 4.0. Again, no surprises here, right? These guys are playing phenomenal.
Hawks and AO6, right? That's what I'm seeing all across the top here. White Tees coming in with 31 goals. Like, that's hard to do up in the CL. There's a reason why he's one of the top picks every year. Filthy Hog there, as we seen, same with Rob. Guy loves to shoot and put the puck in the net. 30 goals this season. That's looking good. Poolsy, Corey, those guys. Corey is actually a little bit of a surprise for me because I know he's down on the Straw Hats. But, to have 27 goals and leading the way there, good for him, man. And then Z as well, no surprise there. Gustav, as we see with the assists, he's got 29 assists there. So he's got those turnovers, but he's also making that's what I mean. He's got a high turnover differential, but you got to be able to try and make these passes. And obviously it's working for him in some of these instances here. No surprise that Persinger's up there. Same with Poolsy again, Isles too, and White Tees. Seeing White Tees on all three of these, I'm not surprised at that. And him leading that points PPG here of 5.70, like amazing.
Yeah, no, absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. As you talked about with Corey 95L being up there. Despite being on the Straw Hats, there's one of the reasons right there when you take a look at the total shots. He's right now in the lead there, 95 shots. So he's the leader for total shots. White Tees right behind him at 84. J Whips at 80. Complete Luck 72 at 74. Filthy Hog at 73. Your plus minus leaders. And again, this is no surprise. White Tees 41 sitting at a plus 33. Persinger also sitting at a plus 33. Poolsy at a plus 27. Dreidel at plus 22. And Big Av at plus 21.
Yeah, seeing, I'm kind of surprised really that Hawks aren't in first seed, seeing these guys' names pop up all the time here. So, but they've got time to tweak it all here. But Corey again up here, leading the way for the Straw Hats at 95 shots. Like that's a real high number, and good for him, man. Good for him. White Tees with the 84, no surprise there. Yeah. Going over to the plus minus here with White Tees and Pursing, and again, Hawks leading the way, no surprise there. Poolsy's definitely stepped his game up here. I see his name like there. The Panthers aren't to be counted out quite yet. They're definitely one hell of a squad, and if you've ever played against Poolsy and those boys, they play some good puck there for sure. And then having Dreidel and Big Av down there, like these are some big time numbers.
Absolutely, dude. Like, it's crazy. Like, the Hawks are just a team. Yes, they're sitting in third place, or no, fourth right now. Fourth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But again, just a team that like I'm slowly watching. They seem to be, seeing a little more every single week. You're seeing it's mostly that one line, but this team figures it all out, man. They are going to be the team to watch, I think, as playoffs approach. We'll look at our defensive players of the week for the Q League right now. For your defensive leader in points right now, Marsh with 26, Silver Surfer with 24, Mr. Playoff with 22, Red Daddy's in the chat. He's leading, number 4, the fourth spot right now with 21, and K Dieter with 18. Interceptions, it's Big Chief with 44, Piccolo with 37, Matthews X94 with 34, Ogre Whelming also in the chat today, what's up, with 31, and Law of Chaos with 30. Takeaways, Law of Chaos leading the way there with a 58, Defender M. Klein with 51, Sid Viscus with 47, Wax Poetic with 45, and Virus with 45 as well. Obviously some big names here.
Yeah, again, a couple of Legion of Doom boys up here. Red Daddy moved him, he's part of the top team now, so he's definitely putting up the points. He knows how to pass, he knows how to move that puck well. Marsh up here with 26 points. That's impressive as a defenseman if he's playing full. The thing is with Marsh, is he playing defense? Because I know he used to. Is he? Okay. Because he played some at left wing too. That'd be one thing to check on. Wonder how many points he has at left wing compared to playing defense. Same with we have Silver Surfer up here as well too. I know he played a couple on as a left wing is there as well. But either way, still impressive that these boys are coming out with these points. That's for sure. Going over to interceptions here, no surprise that Big Chief 44. That guy he's been a CL defenseman for a couple years, and he came down here now to the QL, and he's putting up. It goes to show that maybe that guy should be one of those guys who are up in the CL right now. He's a great defenseman. Piccolo too, coming here with 37 interceptions. Matthews with 34, and Ogre here with 31. My boy Ogre, he's putting up some good work back there too. Getting over to the takeaways, Law of Chaos 58. Wow, buddy, good on him, right? That's and on the Bulls. The Bulls have a strong defense there with Law of Chaos back there, and I think they've got Spacewalker too. So two great defensemen, right? And then going through, Wax and Virus and Sid, those guys have been solid all season here.
Yeah, without a doubt. Taking a look at the bottom of the board there. So your block shots leader right now, Tommy Dubs with 44. I Like the Hippie with 30. Hydro Girl with 27. Wax Poetic again showing up on the board with 24. Right with 23 block shots in hits. It's Overwhelming leading the way right now with 145. Don Magic Ron behind him at 116. Defender M. Klein at 111. Spacewalker at 85. And Nugsy at 73. Your plus minus leaders on the defensive side. Silver Surfer at a plus 42. Red Daddy at plus 39. Red Daddy in the chat as well here, I believe. Rockin' Faces 420 at a plus 34. Marsh at plus 32. Don Magic Ron at plus 27. Again, looking across the board, not a lot of big surprises here. This is just, yes, Red Daddy is in the chat. Fucking love you, brother. Yeah, just, again, looking absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, interesting to me seeing over at the first three spots here in the block shots, they're all Wild Chiefs boys. Kind of shows why maybe this week they climbed from 18th to 17th, right? Obviously, their D-men are putting in a lot of work here, getting in the way of shots as much as they can. 44, 30, 27. Good on these guys. Wax here putting at with the 24 block shots. I know Wax plays a very defensive game, so I'm not surprised about that. And Wright coming in here, which at 23, that's really good too. Hits, Ogre. I don't think there's going to be a D-man this season that's going to out-hit Ogre. He loves to make hits, and that guy and he chooses his time when to step up. Yeah. He's a good D-man for doing that. But 145 leading the way with fun, and it's 116 is Don Magic on there.
30 hit lead. Yeah. Nobody's catching that shit.
No, so he's gonna keep going for it, and then plus minus. I'm not surprised here. Look at the teams, right? You got both Prestige and Legion of Doom, and then the only one that surprised me is Marsh there getting the plus minus. But yeah, I'm not a whole lot of surprises here.
Yeah, no, and first time chat from Apollo. What a rush! What a rush! I'm gonna add that to the CZ points. That would be fun. Get the LOD boys in here clicking on that one. Again, right? Just absolutely fantastic. Great defense in the Q League, despite what oh my God, what the hell is his name? OG. Yeah. Despite what OG says, I think there's some good defense in this league. So just gonna throw that out there. If you know, you know. Taking a look at the C League defensive leaders right now in terms of points, it's Chuck Morrissey with 21, SDEX 44 with 18, Suns with 14, Svetch with 14, Shane. It's got to be Shane, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Shane.
Yeah, so Shane with 13. Interceptions, Rock Show leading the way there with 36. Tank Cal with 35. Viking Beast with 34. Lou IP with 30. And S-Dex with 29. S-Dex also leading the way with takeaways right now with 61. Rock Show with 53. Just warming up with 52. Carbine with 50. And Gilgamesh with 49. Again, right, we're seeing more Hawks players.
Yeah, a lot of Hawks here. Chuck and S-Dex. Not surprised there. A lot of AO6, Fetch and Shane here.
Yeah.
Suns, I know he's definitely gonna turn his season around here. I'm not surprised with that with Suns up there now. Interceptions, Rock Show. Rock Show was one hell of a D-man. One guy you definitely want to have in your squad every season if you can pick him up. And then followed by Tank and Viking and Lou IP. Those guys are all solid. And again, S-Dex down there for interceptions. And then you see his name over here on the takeaways, at the top of the takeaways. So what a defensive force that he is.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And then you take a look at the block shots. Marner right now leading the way that in that category with 29. A. Devon with 26. Rock Show with 24. X-Spawn with 22. And Turtle with 21. Turtle in the chat here as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. Should we go back to the Turtle sucks? I don't know.
Yeah, someone put it up here.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Rangers at some point to start putting Turtle sucks like somewhere up in here. Hits Steve right now with Steve 30 with 102 hits, leading the C League there. Rebel with 67, Gilgamesh with 56, Let's Go Jackets with 53, and Remy with 53. Dude, massive difference between C League and the Q League hitting. And then your plus minus leaders, S-Dex obviously with a plus 42. Again, this is the fourth time he's been mentioned in here. Chuck Morrissey right behind him with a plus 33, Carbine with a plus 27, Keith with a plus 24, and Shane with a plus 20.
Yeah, I'm no surprise seeing S-Dex. I'm like two Hawks as the top guys, and I believe these two must be a pairing because I keep seeing their names together here. These boys are definitely putting the work in. They're looking good, the Hawks for sure. The hits though, between first place here at 102 and then Remy at 53 for the number 5 spot. Like, look at the difference between Rebel and Siev up here. Like,
yeah.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't get over that. That's
Crazy.
that's quite And then block shots, pretty close there actually. Between 29 and 21st for Turtle down there. So good for you, buddy, making the top list here. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, dude. So many great players in this league. So many great players. In this
unbelievable.
League. And again, despite what some might say, OG, if you're listening, there is some great defense in this league. And then finally, looking at our goaltending leaders right now. Did I go 2 over? I think I may have accidentally. Let's go back. Yep, I did go 2 over. So looking at our Q League goaltending leaders right now, let's make sure that there isn't shots against PHO. Yeah, okay, this is definitely correct. We don't have somebody with like 400 shots against them. Taking a look at the wins right now, Med Dom leading the way with 10. Biz so we got it here. So Bib with 10. I'm just kidding.
Big.
Kidding.
It's big. It's a big Ziz. Yeah, big
yeah.
Ziz.
So they got it wrong twice. Oh my God. They got it wrong in 2 different ways.
Oh boy.
Yep. Okay. Ice Dog MVP with 9. Ice Dog in the chat just saying, yeah, that Ice Dog guy is a douche. Is he really? I don't know.
No, Ice Dog's good. He's a good guy. He's good shit. I like him. Yeah,
well, I think he's talking shit on himself, so I think we're allowed to let that one go by. Dilagara with 9 wins and Omar with 9 wins as well. OG Dirty Bird leading the way with shutouts with 3 right now. Cold Alert with 2, Med Dom with 1, Big Ziz with 1. Well, they got it right there, and Dilagara with 1 as well. Shots against Chef. So again, right when we were talking earlier about just that massive differential, massive negative differential at -65 that we see with the Wild Chiefs. Here we go again. Pietro facing 291 shots, right? Boomer not too far behind him at 283, Carry M at 271, Evo at 264, and McMim at 259.
Wow. Yeah, we went over this last week with Boomer there too.
Yeah.
And Chef, wow, 291 shots against, like, but and so looking at this, because we had 3 of their defensemen there for the block shots. So, they're doing their best to try and keep the puck out of the net.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're letting quite a bit of shots through, even though with three of their defensemen, the top block shots guys. No surprise here at Big Ziz, or Biz Ziz as we have it up here. He's got a hell of a squad in front of him. So, not saying that he can't carry it himself too, because we've played games against him where he's absolutely lights out in the net. Ice Dog obviously coming in, like he's a strong goalie. He's a very good goalie when he's locked in there for sure. Dillagra too with 9 wins, and my boy Omar. No surprise with Omar either. He's a class act and he's a great goalie. Shutouts, I think Dirty Bird was up here last week, I believe, on the shutouts too. And then Cold Alert, MMO, Big Ziz and Dillagra. Not surprised there with those boys.
No, absolutely not. And then looking at your save percentage leaders, Big Ziz leading the way right now at .885, Omar at a .841. Bloody Gators with an 836, Da Birdman with an 829, Delgara at 827. Goals against average, Big Ziz again leading the way, 1.93 through 3 weeks. Absolutely fantastic. Omar right behind him with a 2.23, Delgara at 2.91, Med Dom with 3.02, and Bloody Gators at 3.03. Fantastic. Oh, Logie drop out. He may have. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, boys and girls. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but we'll head on over now as well to the goalie leaders for the C League right now with wins. Gotcha Dog, I believe. Gotcha Dag. Gotcho. Whatever. With 11 wins right now. Bertsy with 10 wins. Bloody Number with 9. Call Me Skull with 8. Spider Monkey with 8. Leading the way in shutouts now. Viper has moved into the lead with 3. Call Me Skull right behind him with 2. Gotcha Dog as well with 2. Spite Gamer with 2. And Bertsy with 1. For the shots against right now, it's Chapton with 265 shots against. Cade Justin has faced 241. Eagley had facing 240. Cabe Low facing 227. And Spider X Monkey at 224. Your save percentage leaders, Viper 2106 with an 871. Gotcha. So is it Gotcha Dog? I don't know. Somebody want to let me know. I'd appreciate it. You there?
I think so. Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. Just dropped me out. I think so. Or Cochata? Is that who it is?
Kodachota. Oh my fucking
Kodachota. Kodachota. Yep.
I've done it again, boys. I've done it again. Dude, I keep on fucking it.
Kodachota. His name was up here last week too.
Yeah.
Not surprising. Bertsy's a great goalie. Bloody too. I can't get over these guys. Like I've seen them, and Skull having Scully up here again too.
Yeah.
Not surprised here.
Yeah. No, for me, dude, I feel bad because like I got Kodachota right last week, but then I screwed it up the 2 weeks before. So again, guys, I apologize. Just going through the rest of the save percentage, obviously Alonzi with a 847, Call Me Skull with an 843, and Spider Monkey with an 839. Goals against average, Call Me Skull right now with a 2.12 leading the way there. Kodachota with a 2.35, Viper with a 2.47, Alonzi with a 2.66, and Trilogy with 2.72.
Yeah, not surprised seeing Scully up there. That guy's an unreal goalie. Having a goals against average with a 2.12. Wow, buddy, great job up there.
Yeah.
Again, seeing some similar names here. Kodachota, Trilogy Tree, Skull, Viper. So Viper having the top save percentage here. Definitely not surprised there.
Yeah, no, and like the names right across the board, right? Kodachota with 11 wins, 2 shutouts, 8.6, and a 2.35 goals against average. Dude, just absolutely fantastic season for that guy. Call Me Skull. obviously, 8 wins,
Yep.
2 shutouts, and the 2.12 goals against average with a 843 save percentage. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
And I believe Eagley can make his way up here before the end of the season. That is, if the Straw Hats can put some defense in front of him, and hopefully that will happen. Need goalie points too, says Shady Rap God. You might be right. We might need to get some goalie points in here just to see exactly what's going on. Yeah, buddy. This has been absolutely fantastic. Big week 3. Obviously, lots to look forward to in week 4. How are you guys looking for the coming week?
Yeah, we definitely need to battle back. We had a little bit of a bad Monday night, but our Tuesday night definitely picked us up. So, shook some things around this week. Moving a guy or two, and yeah, we're gonna come out swinging. That's for sure.
Awesome, glad to hear it. I know we're gonna be looking to do the same over in Apache land because we need to get back on track here. 8-0 last week cannot stand it, cannot happen again this coming week. So I'm sure the boys have some plans, and we shall see how it goes. Buddy, this has been absolutely fun. I want to thank you again for joining me, man.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, and everyone have fun this week, and we'll see you guys again.
Right on, hopefully. Who knows? Maybe it'll be you joining me next week. Maybe it'll be somebody else. I don't know. I never find out anything until the very end, in the very last minute. I want to thank TPOSLogie for joining me here tonight. I want to thank the AGL media team. I want to thank each and every one of you within the AGL community for hanging out here, for lending your follows, for subbing, for hitting those CZ points. Make sure you do that more, man. Those things are an awful lot of fun, and I love hearing those noises in the background. Want to thank you all so much for watching. I, as always, have been your host, TJ Chalkboard, coming to you live from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters right here in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Should be live either Monday night or Tuesday night. I will let you know soon. It's probably going to be Monday night for some AGL hockey here in week 4. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.
Are you even in this? The scars they form with distance. A prison. It's like I'm trapped inside my mind. Oh, how did we get lost in this moment? Are you a victim or are you a witness in this life? Oh, why can't you see?
this real or fantasy? Truth defined or make-believe? Try not to think about every single doubt that is slowly killing me. And I wonder if you know that I don't believe